He was right all along. Contrary to popular wisdom, the bad guy is not just your testosterone. How could it be? Well, as Dr. Wright has long maintained, prostate cancer rates soar in men exactly at the age when their testosterone production plummets. What's more, it may not even be your DHT testosterone. Some authorities argued that a special kind of testosterone is to blame, so-called bad testosterone, or DHT. They blamed DHT for causing both prostate cancer and benign swelling. Drug firms developed powerful blockers, like Proscar, to suppress DHT and promoted them with huge ad campaigns, even though they're known to cause impotence in many men. So if DHT testosterone causes cancer, these wonder drugs should prevent it, right? But guess what? When researchers at the University of Southern California studied men at high risk for prostate cancer, men taking the drugs were 800% more likely to get a certain type of prostate tumor. So if testosterone isn't the problem, what is? How about this for an eye-opener? Today, many American men over 60 have more estrogen in their bloodstream than a 60-year-old woman. Yes, estrogen, the female hormone. Now, it's natural for men to have a little estrogen in their bodies, just as healthy women need a little testosterone. But too much estrogen isn't just bad for a man, it's catastrophic. Suddenly, it all makes sense. Prostate cancer and benign prostate swelling and so-called male menopause. Is it any wonder the prostates of so many men are swelling and growing tumors? Is it any wonder that millions of strong, healthy, alert men are changing into frail, chronically ill, mentally dull old codgers who haven't had an erection in decades and frankly couldn't care less if they did? But where is all this excess estrogen coming from? Strange as it sounds, studies now confirm that if you're a man over 40, much of your testosterone may be turning into estrogen. Weird as it sounds, testosterone to estrogen conversion is a well-known chemical process. It's very normal and desirable for women. And again, a little estrogen is normal in men, but in way too many cases, it's out of control. Part of the problem could be the well-documented effects of literally dozens of common pesticides and herbicides. Another part could be estrogen-mimicking health foods that men and women are being told to eat. But at least one other culprit is to blame. Prescription drugs for BPH encourage testosterone to estrogen conversion. Men who take them have even been known to grow female breasts. Of course, this can't be the only cause. Other drugs and foods may be guilty, and more research is needed. But there's no need to put up with this plague for even one more day. Dr. Wright has been leading the charge in male hormone research for many years, and in your free bonus library of food and vitamin cures, he'll show you a blessedly safe and simple way to defeat this secret enemy. It's a natural extract from the passion flower that's safe, cheap, and readily available. Even if you're wary of taking testosterone boosters, this herb's a no-brainer. It doesn't change the amount of testosterone you're making, but stops it from turning into estrogen in most cases. Dr. Wright reports that his male patients who simply take this harmless herb often regain their healthy testosterone balance in as little as a month. And restoring healthy testosterone levels can revive a lot more than your prostate. As hundreds of Dr. Wright's male patients can attest, you may feel like you took a jacuzzi bath in the fountain of youth. It can rejuvenate your sex life, reverse years of depression, slash your risk of heart disease, and relieve problems from insomnia to osteoporosis. Every man who feels even a little behind the curve should know the truth about testosterone. So subscribe today and get your free bonus library of food and vitamin cures. And find out also about the stunning stomach cure that restores lost vision, reverses memory loss, and ends countless other diseases of aging too. Picture this. Hold a nickel in front of each eye. Don't move your head. Now try to read. That's what the world looked like to Sam P. when he first visited Dr. Wright. His macular degeneration had gotten so bad, he didn't even feel safe driving his car anymore. In Sam's own words, My eye doctor says that since the vitamin and mineral pills he gave me don't make any difference, there's nothing left to do. I can't face going blind. But it took just 30 days for Sam to reverse his vision loss. His eyes were better in a month, and 8 years later, he's still doing great. How? What on earth did Dr. Wright do that never even occurred to Sam's eye specialist? Something incredibly strange sounding. He checked the acid levels in Sam's stomach. Why? Well, because years ago, Dr. Wright made a revolutionary discovery. Nearly half of all Americans over 50 lack the stomach acid to digest their food fully, let alone absorb vitamin pills. That's right. Drug companies have cast your stomach acid as a villain, but it's the very foundation of good nutrition. Bear in mind that a healthy stomach needs enough acid to reduce all the solids you eat to soup. Otherwise, your gut simply can't handle what's passing through. You may as well be throwing your veggies and vitamins in the trash. And this is why so many Americans are growing misty-eyed, forgetful, and creaky before their time. Now, I know what you're probably wondering. Not enough stomach acid? How could this be? What about all the heartburn we've got? What about all the commercials for antacids and acid blockers? Everyone knows that heartburn's caused by too much acid. But hold it right there. Just how do they know? Has anyone actually measured the acidity of your stomach? For that matter, have you ever heard of any doctor measuring stomach acidity? Well, Dr. Wright does measure it, and he's kept careful figures on patients who complain of heartburn and other stomach ailments. Guess what? Over 90% of them don't have too much stomach acid, but too little. And when they take supplements to increase the acid, the heartburn goes away forever. Wild, huh? But there's a logical explanation, as you'll see in your free bonus library of food and vitamin cures. And when ailing patients correct this minor problem, often everything else clicks into place. Their vision, memory, and good spirits all come rushing back. Makes sense, doesn't it? If you can't break down your food, medically speaking, you're starving to death. You could be eating 6 meals a day. You could even be overweight. Yet if your stomach acid isn't up to snuff, most of the nutrients never get absorbed. But when you restore healthy acidity, vision problems disappear, because at last all those veggies and vitamins can go to work. Memory problems and depression vanish because healthy stomach acid also breaks protein down into essential amino acids that power your nerve cells. Suddenly, your brain is wired and working again. You don't get sick as often because healthy stomach acid kills off dangerous parasites and bacteria. And, in fact, as you'll see in your free bonus library of food and vitamin cures, there's hardly any disease of aging that can't be helped to a surprising extent by correcting this simple problem. I realize this is a mind bender, but do your loved ones a favor. If they seem to be losing their mental or visual sharpness, don't write it off to Father Time. Check out the proof in your free bonus library of food and vitamin cures, and find out why Dr. Wright is such a legend among patients who thought they were just feeling their age. Like Hernando, his arteries were so badly diseased he could barely walk. He told Dr. Wright, "I'm just waiting around for things to get bad enough so I can have my legs amputated." But Dr. Wright found that Hernando had very low stomach acid, and when they corrected it, Hernando's arteries got younger. Now he says he hikes at least 2 miles 3 times a week without sitting down once. And listen to this story from Harry. His knees were so swollen he needed a cane to get out of a chair. And his neck, spine, and knuckles all throbbed with osteoarthritis too. But when Dr. Wright fixed his digestive problem, Harry bounced back like a new rubber ball. He felt better in just 4 weeks, and not long after, all the pain and swelling ceased. 10 years of agony vanished, just like that, and never came back. And speaking of joint pain, I know there aren't any cures. I don't expect some of my joints will ever look normal again, Teresa C. told Dr. Wright. But Teresa was wrong, and is she ever happy for that? Before long, her pain and her joint deformities were almost entirely gone. She stopped her 12 daily pain pills because she just didn't need them. Astonishing? But to Dr. Wright, this miracle was quite routine.